I brought on a dude who did just that, and he's built a 7-figure business. He exited the rat race, and he gets to do what he wants to do every day. We're gonna talk about how you can go from zero to hero with content, because if you were to spend this time doing your business, you would make more, because you believe in the future of it. People's attention span is crushed, but at the same time, they will stick around for longer video. I got the attention of a goldfish. I'm scrolling 100 TikTok videos in a minute.
Welcome back, everyone, to another game-changing episode of the Double Down Podcast. I'm your host, DeAndre Woodson, and today I am beyond thrilled to sit down with a true pioneer in the content creation space, Neil Dingra. If you haven't heard his name yet, get ready, because Neil is a powerhouse in helping creators unlock their true potential. Through his podcast, Neil Home, and his transformative teachings on social media, he's guided countless creators to not just grow their following, but to turn that influence into real revenue. So if you're ready to transform your content game, buckle up, because Neil is about to drop some next level knowledge. Get your notes and your phone ready, and let's double down on the insights with Neil Dingra. Welcome, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro.
Absolute pleasure to have you. I want to start this thing off here. I'm sure that you saw the exact same study that I did when they asked the next generation, like, what do you want to do in life?
Yeah.
And the reception was 80 to 90% of them said, I want to be YouTube. I want to do YouTube. I want to be a content creator. So now that the next generation, that's what they're looking up to and aspiring to be. What do you think is the biggest shift or the missing opportunity that the next content creator needs to do to unlock the potential to be like a 1% top content creator? Because it's not the way it was, where it was just feed the algorithm and you're going to hit, you're going to pop. Yeah. I've seen a shift there. So I know with all your data, what do you think?
But this is what's happened in the last couple of years. So it used to be, like you said, just feed good content. Right. And what's crazy is even in like 2024, so golden era, like 2020, 2024, which is a big window there, you could just post videos and you would teach things. You could maybe say funny things, like whatever your thing was. Right. And you would hit on social. Like people built massive audiences on TikTok, Instagram, even on YouTube, using shorts and YouTube long, right? But what's happened in the last couple of years, and since that time, all of last year and even into 2026, is the supply has gone up exponentially, because what's happened is, like you just said, all these young people, they want to be content creators. Yeah. It made it more accessible. So it used to be like a big hurdle to start a podcast. Now people are like, dude, I could do this at my house just using the iPhone. Like, we got fancy cameras and all this gear here, but you could honestly start with just your phone. Okay. We've seen big creators do that. And then the other part that's happened is like in industries. So no matter if you're an accountant, a real estate agent, a credit repair specialist, like whatever your profession is, people are realizing that a personal brand is the number one way to stand out from the competition and really scale your business. Right. It used to be that you need big teams. You need calls, like you need all these different components to scale. Right. But now you can just duplicate yourself by creating content. And so people are starting to catch on, and then it just kind of catch fire recently in the last couple of years. So now supply's gone way up. The other issue is AI. So AI has enabled more people to create even more content. Right. So the best creators I know, they're not using AI to like make all their videos and written posts. They're using it to like multiply. Gotcha. So they're taking a single piece of content, having AI make all the shorts from it. They're taking it, turning it into written content. Instead of just being able to put like 3 posts out this week, they're putting 30 posts out because of AI. Right. So just that is contributing to this whole supply. And then so now it's like, dude, you don't just need to post content, you need to stand out from the competition. So that's the hard part.
When you said create a brand, do you mean like Dan Martell wears a light blue shirt?
Yeah.
Alex Hormozy got famous, the nose strip and a muscle t-shirt. You, I know, wear a black long shirt and a backwards hat. Is that appearance a part of building a brand, or what do you mean?
That's a piece of it. Okay. But it's not your brand. Like, your brand isn't the clothes you wear. Okay. That could be a part of it. I think like there's something to be said for showing, like, if somebody could recognize you from just your silhouette, like that you have a brand. Like, somebody could just see a shadow of me with the hat and they'll be like, oh, that's Neil, or it could be Neil. So there's something there. But I think more importantly is, what do you stand for? You know what I mean? So like, your brand is not going to be the content you post on social, the camera, the setup, the hat, the shirt color. That's not the brand. The brand is, what is your view on X? Like, what is your fill in the blank? Okay. What's your views on this thing? And so I think it used to be You just teach the tips. You could give people credit repair tips and maybe the video takes off. But now people don't even value the information anymore because they could just get it on AI.
Right.
So now the difference would be like, what's your view? Like, how could you shift my perspective on credit?
Okay.
So think about this. Like for you personally, because that was your origin of like, hey, I was teaching these types of tips.
Right.
If you were to make a video right now for Instagram and TikTok, and you said, hey, here's 3 tips to double your, or to raise your credit score 30 points.
Yeah.
And you probably have those tips, right?
Yep.
Easy. You can make that video and it might do okay.
Right.
Maybe it bombs, maybe it takes off. But even if it takes off and you make 50 more of those videos and people might even follow you, like they start to just value the information, but they don't really care about you.
Oh, okay.
So it's not even building your brand.
Gotcha.
So your brand is not 3 tips to build credit.
Yeah.
Your brand would be, bro, he changed the way I think about my credit report. I used to think that my credit report was like a report card and you're just stuck with the grades that you got.
Okay.
What I found out is that you can engineer your credit score. You can pull buttons. There's levers you can pull, and then you can use credit to acquire debt that can make you rich. Like those are the shifts that you can make in people's mind with your content. So you would want to focus on those principles, and that's what's going to make people stand out. The generic information is just garbage now. Like it's not. I'm not saying it's not useful.
Right.
You should still post those tips if that's all you got. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
But you got to take it to the next level and really shift people's perspective.
What would you say should be like the percentage or like the quantity of those tips and tricks, but then building your brand? Like
I would go 70-30.
Okay.
So it'd be like, it used to be the other way around. So when I built my brand, it was 70% just tips, tricks, hacks, all the things. But that is now AI.
Got it.
You can just go to AI and say, hey, bro, I need to improve my credit score 30 points.
Yeah.
And it will tell you right now what you should do. And it'll actually give you your specific scenario.
Yeah.
So then why do I need your generic video on Instagram anymore?
Absolutely.
The information just became commoditized. And so when the information became everywhere, it became just worthless. It's still, I wouldn't say worthless zero, but it is worth something. It's just not worth as much as it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So now the perspective is going to be the difference, the nuance, how you would apply it, how you could use debt to improve your business. What are the types of ways that rich people are using debt versus, you know, like all the little things in there. What are the, like those kind of tricks aren't going to come up in AI. And even if they are, your opinion on them and your application of those tips is what's going to stand out.
Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality? At Deviant Consultations, we're here to guide you, complete white glove service every step of the way. Whether you're starting your credit repair journey or you're looking to get business funding, we've got your back. Go ahead and screenshot or click the QR code below and schedule your discovery call with the team. Let's make your dreams come true together. What you're saying is try to shift their perspective in the way that they're thinking when you're making content?
Yes. So think about this. The people you look up to the most,
Yes.
like influencers, authors, even celebrities, they change the way you think about something.
Okay.
Like that's, if you think about this, like, oh, this James Clear changed the way I think about productivity or motivation or anything. Like Ed Milet changed the way I think about, he wrote this thing called One More, like the power of one more.
Yeah.
And how many times like that, it wasn't about the tactic of make one more call, post one more video. Right. That's super, super basic.
Yeah. But
the principle that he taught is what shifts your perspective, right? It made you want to run through a wall and, you know, push through all the barriers that you have in your life. Like that's power, right? That's what connects you to that person's brand.
Absolutely.
So I think people hear this and they hear us on this or watch this and they're like, bro, I'm just John from Las Vegas. How can I do this?
Yeah.
But you can, like, you don't have to do it in a big way. You could do it in a small way to start.
To acknowledge that or to speak on that. So what if this person wants to get into the space of content creation and doesn't already have a business or they're not a coach or a guru or an influencer. They just want to, let's be honest, they just want to start having a channel and make some money.
Yeah.
What should those people start to do? Because I hear Gary Vee is like, you don't ever niche down because throw everything at the wall because your audience, you don't know what your audience likes yet.
Yeah.
So don't pigeonhole yourself. Do you kind of think the exact same where one day you're cutting the grass, one day you're making ice cream, the next day you're washing your car, the next day you're doing laundry?
Yeah, I think like you have to look at the advice and then also look at different ways to apply it. So that advice is good for testing.
Yes.
If you don't know what you want to do, then you should test. But let's just say you come across a format. I think we all know a creator who came across a format where he was in the fitness space. He's training people, and then he started helping other coaches build their fitness business. And then one day he decides to make a video about putting his face in an ice bath and getting ready. And then he decides to like put mics on everything so he can make it as ASMR. And then he starts to like incorporate his workout routine. And he makes like 50 of these, maybe even more. And then one of them goes viral. So now he found his format. So then what did he do? He made 100 more videos like that and gained like millions and millions of followers. So it's like, yes, try different things. But once you find something that works, then you need to double down, triple down, you know, and go on just that one format. So like it's a variety show. But then once you found something, it should be like 80-20 now. 80% of content should be like in that format, that niche. Because now you found it, you know? So I think that's the thing people forget about is like, if you just make 20 different random videos, there's no reason to like follow you. It's kind of like, it's just a vlog or a blog, a video vlog or just a blog. And I'm like, that's fine, but it's just a long path to get people to follow along with your story. Somebody who's super charismatic and can make those videos forever, like they could win in that. But the average person is just going to get burnt out and not do anything.
Do you feel like this is a space where you need to be that charismatic type of person that engaging over the top, or can someone win that isn't that person?
Yeah, like I don't even think that dude spoke in his videos, you know, Ashton Hall, like, and he sounds kind of weird. If you first time you hear him, you know, it sounds a little off. But like he's rich, bro. He's in Miami. He's got millions of followers, doing big brand deals, doing big business. And so I think it doesn't matter. Like I think it's more of like, what's your format going to be? If you can't speak really well, then you would do voiceover, text over, B-roll. Like if you can speak a real, like for me, I would be terrible at speaking publicly for years. Like I would be the last thing I'd want to do. And now it's the thing I love doing the most. Because I just put in the reps, got a coach, you know, it helped me along. So I think just because you're not good at it doesn't mean you suck. It just means you're new. Like, dude, what was your first podcast like?
Terrifying. I'll be honest. I thought it would be easy because I was totally fine with talking in front of the camera, not thinking I had an audience, really. That's a weird way to look at it, but that's how I imagined my talking head segments. But as soon as I started to do this and like I was engaged with someone, I was petrified. But yeah, now it's just like I'm normally having a normal conversation. We're just recording.
But you just had to get into that mode. So I think people don't suck. They're just new. You got to just get past that camera cringe that everybody has and get over yourself. The other thing is if you do have a product or service, your goal should be to like get more people aware of the things that you know and how you could help them.
Absolutely.
Now, if you don't know what you want to do, it's okay to build in public. This is the strategy. So let's say you have a product or service and like you want to make content around that niche, meaning like you would look at the problems that people in your industry or the problems that people are searching for and face every day. And you can use AI to come up with this. And so I would like literally prompt AI and say, give me the top 10 problems that this group of people face when they're trying to get this result. So for your example, like what are the top problems that millennials face when they're trying to fix their credit, or what are the issues they face with their credit report? And then now it would give you those lists of things. These are things that people are already searching for, they're already looking for. So now you kind of know. And then you can make content around those topics and make principal content as well. So that would be like if you have your thing. Now, if you don't have that thing, you can just build in public. Like you can talk about, hey, I'm starting my content creator journey. I'm going to be posting more. But like it does help if you're on the path to doing something. So I've seen the accounts. You ever see these accounts grow where somebody's like, hey, I'm a tennis person. I'm a whatever they are, like whatever their interest is. Or just like, I like talking about interior design. My husband or my wife said I could quit my job if I get to 10,000 followers. Have you ever seen that post?
Yeah.
You ever click on it? They always have meet their goal. They've met because people want to support you. So if you're on the path to something, you could tell people about it and then people will get on board.
I like it.
If you're on the path to nowhere, it's really hard to know what to do. So I think I take Gary Vee's advice of try different things because I know he's trying to just tell the masses how to get into content. But then I look at what's working and what he's telling his higher level people. And that's like, dude, you need to be going somewhere.
Gotcha.
Like you don't want to climb a mountain and then you realize you climbed the wrong mountain. Like you get to the top, you're like, oh shit, I was supposed to go over there. Like, so you should be going in the right direction. I don't think you need to plan everything out. I would not, like if someone's like, hey bro, what do you want to do in 5 years? Like, where are you going? I know directionally where I'm going, but I have no idea what's going to happen
at all.
All I know is this week I'm doing this podcast with you. After this, we're going to go shoot a video. We're doing this today. Tomorrow I got some other shit. Like I'm just focused on what to do daily.
Love it. Is there Is there actual like a rhyme or a reason to the YouTube algorithm of like, let me just say this, are tags important for like SEO, SSO to get yourself to the monetized version, but also to get yourself in the top of the algorithm to actually get views and to have your video blow up? Like, is that
Yeah.
actually important?
No. So this is what I thought. I remember the other day, this is like I was going through old emails and I saw this thing where I asked somebody for advice on my channel. We were stuck.
Yeah.
And I wasn't getting any views and I was like, what's going on?
Yep.
And I thought it was the category that I put my account in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so when you're not reaching new people, you're like, dude, it must be this hack.
Yeah.
There must be one of the buttons in the thing that I pushed the wrong button and that's why I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, like, we just need to post more and we need to find that format that wins, you know? And so there's different things we can get into, but it's never usually like the tags. It doesn't matter. It even says on YouTube, the tags don't even matter.
Yeah.
The description. I've seen a video blow up with no description.
Really?
Bro, like just the video is great and he wrote like one line in the
Yeah.
description. So it does help from an SEO standpoint for sure, but
Yeah.
these are all like the icing on the cake.
Okay.
Then category. I found this email was like, dude, I must be the wrong category. I was posting by default it said people in blogs, but there's another category for education. And I was like, oh crap, I'm not getting the views because I'm not in education.
Yeah.
And I remember getting a response from somebody I trust and create in the YouTube space, and they were like, bro, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, you're focused on the wrong thing. Just make a better video.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you need a better title, you need a better thumbnail, you need a better retention on your video.
Okay, so those things are important.
Yes.
And I'm asking specifically for me, like selfishly, but since I've started this, I'm getting hit up every week by freelancers. Oh, hey, we see your numbers.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
really low here. We could fix this here. We could do an audit on your channel. And I was wondering, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I am falling short by the description, by the incorrect tags, or
Yeah,
the
I think they're trying to
thumbnail.
sell you something, but at the
For
same
sure.
time, the strategy that matters. Like, I pay a guy, I think a few $1,000s a month
Mhm.
at this point, and his job is just to give us packaging ideas. Like, packaging is, and for those who don't know, is the title and the thumbnail,
Okay.
and maybe the first 30 seconds of the video.
Mm.
So I'll give you an idea here.
Please.
You started your video reading that voiceover.
Yeah.
That's fine. For the future, I will tell you, if you cut that out, you're going to get more views.
Why?
Because people don't like the first 30 seconds is the most important part of your video, and they click on it and then they're expecting to get into the details, like to get into the thing.
Got it.
I don't know if you guys know this, but like people's attention span is crushed,
Yeah.
but at the same time, they will stick around for longer videos. So it's like, hey, I don't have the attention. I got the attention of a goldfish. I'm scrolling 100 TikTok videos in a minute.
Right.
On the other end, I'll listen to Joe Rogan for 3 hours.
Mm.
So which one is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's a barbell.
Okay.
So if you're in this like middle area, you die. You know, you want to be like in that category where people do stick around and watch your stuff. So how do you capture them? The key is to get into the sauce like quick.
Gotcha.
So we did this recently where we were like, hey, we're looking at our intros, and I'm not like massive YouTuber. I built my audience and my community on Instagram.
Yeah.
But we're just in the last year doubling down on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I looked at why aren't my videos blowing up on YouTube? And I only had a few that blew up. And then I have a bunch that didn't. So, and by the way, you have to swing the bat a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that you got to make 100 flops to get a banger, of course. Like, this is just the way the content game works, but you can still make even your flops, you can raise the average of what those are reaching. So in the aggregate, you're winning. If you total up everything, you're just winning.
Yeah.
So I looked at those videos, why aren't they hitting? And we looked at specifically the packaging, title, thumbnail, and the beginning 20 seconds of the video.
Okay.
And the intros were too long. So I was doing a good intro, but it was too long. So literally all I did was cut the intro to 20 seconds or less and get straight into the teaching.
Wow.
And that video is our #1 video this last month. And so I was like, oh, we're onto something. So again, today I just uploaded another video, did the same thing, 20-second intro, straight into the teaching.
Yeah.
Boom. It's like #2 right now on our channel. So just think about how you could get to the point quicker.
Okay.
People aren't clicking on your video to just watch a random thing.
No.
Like, they will, like, I think, and this is the biggest problem with creators, is they look at what successful people are doing and they think, I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at what's required to be successful today.
Got it.
Nobody wants to watch a random conversation
No, you're right.
until they know you. If they know you or they know me, they'll stick around. So like my best fans, your best fans, they'll just tune in. They're like, bro, I just want to be here, a fly on the wall for that combo. That's great.
Yeah.
You could take a long intro, short intro, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But for the guy who's just seeing you for the very first time, he doesn't know you or me from anybody else.
Yeah.
What are we doing with that guy? We have an audition with him. And if you take the audition to like read a bio, bro, they're gone. They're thinking, what's in this for me?
Yeah.
So I would change it up. I'd be like, call them out. Like, hey, are you someone that wants to create content but doesn't know what to do? Are you someone that wants to get out of your 9 to 5? Like, call out the person you want to help.
Yeah.
And so if you're thinking about this, you probably encountered this problem. This is just a format I'm going to give everybody right now.
Yeah, no.
This format will work. It'll work for you. For me, I use it all the time. And this is one of many.
Gotcha.
So you start off by calling out the person you want to help, ask them a question that would resonate with their struggle or what they're feeling. They have to feel something to do something.
Yeah.
So, hey, are you this category? And you don't want to get into commercial voice. Like, you don't want to be like, are you having trouble sleeping at night? I got the pillow. Like, don't do that shit. Yeah. But like, yo, have you ever thought you want to get out of the 9 to 5 and become a content creator full time? You're probably wondering, like, what would I make content about? Does anybody even care? And all these questions in your head. Well, today I brought on a dude who did just that, and he's built a 7-figure business. He exited the rat race, and he gets to do what he wants to do every day. Yeah. So we're going to talk about how you can go from zero to hero with content. Let's get into it.
Dang.
And number one, okay, so first tip, Neil, like, what do you say to the guy so we need to get into the sauce quick.
Gotcha.
And if you have just a random combo with somebody, just fix it in editing.
Yeah.
Now, that's option number one. The second option that crushes on YouTube for this format, like you're talking about conversations, is to just have the conversation, but then look at all the nuggets that were dropped. Pick out the best ones. So you ever see Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett?
Yeah.
So that guy blew up his podcast. Look at his intros for advice. You don't have to make them as cinematic or fancy, but look at the way he does intros. He pulls the best moments into like a 1-minute trailer or 30-second trailer. Yeah. Now, just keep in mind, again, because he's who he is,
he could do that.
He can do a long trailer. Yeah. You want to make a tight one.
Okay.
So let me give you an example. I had interviewed Cody Sanchez. Cody Sanchez is like a best-selling author, big-time influencer, millions of subscribers on YouTube. She's awesome. Yeah. So I interviewed her, but we didn't have time to do an intro. It was live in front of an audience. Right. So I just said, hey, Cody, thanks for joining us. No fancy, no like framing up. I didn't have the chance to ask a question because it was live. So then afterwards, I'm like, how do I publish this video? So our team looked at the interview, picked out the moments that we think would resonate with the audience, made a 30-second just little preview. Yeah. And that's what we start with.
Gotcha.
That video is like one of my most viewed videos. I think it's like 100-something thousand views, and it's an hour-long video, plus it's growing. Yeah. And what's cool about YouTube is like when you see Instagram, you might get 1 million views on like a random piece of B-roll with text with trending audio. Right. Unfortunately, like it's good, but like it doesn't mean shit anymore. If you get like 100,000 views or 10,000 views even on a 1 hour 30-minute YouTube video, that's a totally different type of audience.
Absolutely.
That's actually worth something.
Yeah.
And so I'm just really, the reason why I double down on long form is because that's where relationships are made. That's where trust is built.
Okay.
Short form is just like candy.
Yeah.
You know, but veggies is like, you got to get into the sauce. You got to get into the meat of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I appreciate that's like the third time you've paid homage to the show Double Down. So thank you for that.
Yeah,
just
man.
Actively doing
I'm
that.
trying to drop Double Down, bro.
I love it.
We're
I
in Vegas.
appreciate it. In you learning this new journey, because you're right, your social media is huge on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's not like eye-catchy or appealing where it's like flashy, right? It's not that. And it's not these weird, wacky hook texts either. It's very in front of you, and it's my view is this, boom. And then that keeps, and I'm just speaking from my own perspective. Yeah. I stay there because I want to see what is your perspective on this thing that you showed me, like a newspaper article or a clip or something. So it's engaging, and I don't even notice I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. And and staying the whole time and watching your content. Was that, I'm sure it was, for you being who you are, was that intentional, or did it just happen and you're like, I got something here?
Yeah, so it is intentional, but then also I just stumbled onto those videos working, so then I started doing more of them.
Got it.
I should be doing even more. You know? But like you got businesses, you're doing all these kinds of things. So here's the format that would work, and if anybody tries this, it's going to be your most viewed video on Instagram. Okay, like you should do this today.
Please.
So you would look at articles on news that are in your niche or just in general, and the point is to borrow that credibility and let people know. People want to be in the know. Okay. So you start off with a headline from an article and just make an observation. Yeah. And so you would say, did you see this? Have you seen this? Or or literally read the article. Yeah. And it's really crazy right now because it could be something related to politics. Now, politics is like very touchy. It's like people are heated. Yeah. So if you want to take that, God bless, go for it. But like, you will get some crazy comments.
Right.
But if you want to stay away from politics, that's fine. You could pick something else. But let's just say I said, President Trump just announced he's going to be doing X, Y, Z.
Right.
Like, did you guys see this? And so let me break it down for you and then let them know you're about to give your perspective. Plus, I'm going to tell you something that no one else is talking about. Like, preview the fact that something's coming up. So when you said I stick around, and maybe you realize why, or you don't. Sometimes I've asked you to stick around, but not directly. I didn't say, hey, bro, stick around. I just said, by the way, I'm going to tell you something about this. Or like, I'm going to share my perspective. So there's like a hint that there's a reason something unique is coming.
Right.
If it's just breaking down the news, it's better than nothing. But like, if you really want to go viral with this, you would need to say, hey, here's a unique perspective coming. And so you just break down the news, give your opinion. This is very important. You need to give your point of view on that topic and how it applies to people. That's the value of the video. So I'm starting off with just an observation. I'm also teaching you something, how it affects you, or my thoughts on it. And then at the end, I'll say, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
And so the comments fill up with people giving their opinions, their questions, their thoughts. So you start a whole conversation in your comments.
So it's like a secret call to action that you don't even notice is happening.
Correct.
As the
Yeah, like I would never say, comment below. You don't have to say that. Just be like, yo, what do you think?
Wow.
They know what to do. Like they know how to type on the shit. Like they'll hit the button and they'll start typing. Now, it's almost like anti-ask. If you ask, sometimes people don't want it. So just tell them like, yo, let me know what you think. And then they know how to comment. The other thing you could do is you could say, share this video with somebody or save this. So you're just asking for the thing that people, and there must be a reason for this. Like share this with somebody who's trying to buy a house this year. Share this with somebody who needs to improve their credit.
Yeah.
And then what'll happen is they'll save it, they'll share it, they'll have value for it in the future. So even if they don't need it today, they still are happy they watched the video, you taught them something new, and then maybe you even change their way they think about something. That's when you get into the next level.
When you started to go down this journey of building your brand, was it something that you had to discuss with your family of saying like, hey, just so you have a heads up, I'm going to kind of be filming all the time because you do bring in, I've seen you go golfing. I've seen you, you know what I mean, with your son.
Yeah.
And was that something that you had to discuss with them and get them on board? Or was it just like, oh, dad is just doing that and everyone around?
Yeah, I think I would love to say like we had a family meeting and then I decided, but I didn't. It was just, I built it as I went. Okay. So it just became part of the process. Yeah. So, but I do think you should. Okay. So don't do it the way I did. If I could give myself advice 5 years ago, I'd be like, hey, dude, sit down with your wife, talk about this and say, hey, here's an opportunity. And I think this is a big opportunity. Here's why. And really like sell them on the vision. Yeah. Like, here's where we're going. My thing was, I didn't even know what I was doing. Gotcha. So I was like, hey, I'm going to make some videos. Yeah. So she knew I was just making videos. Then I started to incorporate family because that's one of my core things. Yeah. I really think family should be at the core of what you do. So I talk about that. Now, if you're not comfortable sharing your kids or your family, that's fine. Like you just share as much as you're comfortable with. And I remember just kind of dipping my toes first. And as you get more comfortable, you share more. Got it. So it's a process. Yeah. And I know some people are more private than others, so that's fine. Yeah. But if it's all info, if it's all just I think people won't connect with you. Yeah. So it needs to be not remarkable. It needs to be relatable. Okay. So like, what are the things that you do every day that you could share? Yeah. And most people I have found are thinking they're too cool to post that thing. You know what I mean? Funny, yeah. So you're too big time, bro. Like, so you can't share lunch because that's not cool. Yeah. Well, actually, lunch would be the thing that would get you more conversation. Yeah, it's relatable. Yeah. So just think about this. Like, you need to humble yourself and think you need to humble yourself and think relatable, not remarkable. Yeah. Like it doesn't have to be like the only time I share things is if I'm on a 5-star vacation and we're like flexing. Right. Because I know people like this. Their egos will prevent them from just sharing the everyday stuff. So then they're only sharing things that look cool. It'd be like the guy you go to an event with and I remember this. There was people who went to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Like in Las Vegas a couple years ago. They didn't post any pictures, they didn't do anything. And then like they ran across a celebrity in the game. And they like run up on him and, hey, can I get a quick picture? And then they post that. Yeah. What happened to the pictures of you, your friends, your excitement of being in the stadium, the video at you with your seat? Like that's the shit people want to see. Yeah. And all you shared was the thing that you think elevates yourself because it's your ego. So I think like, dude, I'm tired of that. Like post the real you.
Got it.
What are you doing? I would have more respect for the guy who posted a selfie with his friends than the guy who got a fake selfie with some celebrity who doesn't even care about you.
Do you look at it then like documenting like
Yes.
just everything that you're kind of doing?
Yeah, and like you don't have to post all of it,
Right.
but like give yourself some options. So an easy post for everyone to make right now, especially if you're like not comfortable doing this as often, maybe you're newer to sharing more personal things, is just do a photo dump.
Okay.
Like carousels on Instagram, and if you don't know, carousel is a collection of photos on Instagram. You just swipe through them, but you add music to this. And you've seen the best creators do this, and everyday creators can do it as well. But what you want to do is you want to give yourself options. So take more pictures. Okay. Take more selfies with your friends. Like take a picture of the food you're eating. Take a picture of the venue. You'll start to notice what looks good. You'll look at the phone and you'll be like, man, when I take a picture of this, it looked too bright. Or it looked smudged. So let me wipe my lens first. Yeah. Or it's too bright in here, so I'm going to drag down I put my thumb on the screen, drag down the exposure. So you don't have to be, I'm not the best at videography, but I started to learn little things that make things look better.
Yeah.
And what I notice is people treat you better when your stuff looks better. So it's still authentic, but I'm presenting it the best way. Like right now, we're in your studio shooting this podcast. Yeah. You have a couple $100 worth of lights set up. Mm-hmm. It's not like crazy expensive, but you chose to put the lights on so that the video looks better.
Right.
It's still authentic.
Yeah.
We're just choosing to present it in a way that looks better. We took the time to put these mics near where we're talking so that people could clearly hear us. And these mics make you sound like Joe Rogan. So like you took just a few steps to package it better. So it just shows like you actually care about the viewer or the listener's experience.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cost that much money. It doesn't take much more time.
Okay.
So do like little tweaks, but still be yourself.
So does the quality overall matter, or does it not particularly matter?
I think it's like I'm on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm looking for like a 6 or 7.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. But if it's 10, it's almost like you're trying too hard.
Got it.
Like it looks like an ad, it looks like a promo. So like you told me this on Instagram. You're like, hey, I didn't notice you have these flying captions and things like that. It used to be the style like a couple of years ago, 3-4 years ago. Now that would actually turn you off. You would be like, dude, this looks like an ad.
Overstimulated.
Like you tried too much. You're trying too hard. And so that style is fading. Now, there's still a time and place. You want to make an ad, you need some fancy graphics. Once in a while, we'll still do it. Yeah. But the most like everyday standard content is just going to be very authentic.
Gotcha. When do you know along in your journey that you've been able to create something that you would consider yourself like an expert, and now you can move into a different like avenue to make different money of, let's say, a school community or an inner circle? Like, what do you think, when is that level for that person to make that jump?
So you would need to be getting people results. So I'll share from my experience.
Yeah, please.
So I wanted to get more clients for my real estate and mortgage business.
Right.
So I started putting out informational that would help consumers buy houses. Very basic.
Yeah.
Then I started to share information that would help other people who are in the industry, like real estate agents, financial advisors, insurance people, and stuff that they could save and share. And then that way we would build a connection. They would refer me business. So it's not just going direct to consumers. You have to look at what are the other people in business that could refer you.
Okay.
Like most people in my industry in real estate and mortgage, their number one source of clients is referrals.
Yeah.
But how do you scale referrals? Well, referrals typically come from shaking hands, making calls. But like, how do you scale that? Well, through video, you can scale it.
Yeah.
And so that's scaling the unscalable. That's what this is called. Like unscalable is typically like, you can only make so many calls. You can only knock on so many doors. You can only go to so many lunches. Right. But with content and your personal brand, now you're everywhere, right? So that was my first thing. I just wanted to do that. When I started doing it, I saw a little bump in my business and I was like, okay, I'm onto something. Okay. Even though my content sucked because most people won't humble themselves to do it. Yeah. I found that people are so like obsessed with looking like they're successful that they're unwilling to go through the part that would get them there. Yep. They won't show that part because they think it doesn't look cool. Mm-hmm. So you just got to humble yourself and be like, dude, I suck and I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah. Everybody who you look up to, every comedian had a show that bombed, jokes that bombed. Every speaker had a talk that bombed. Everybody, content creators, they have piles of content that sucked. Right. But they chose to just keep going through that valley. So it's like, if you want all these things, like leave your 9 to 5, escape the rat race, riches, school community, inner circle, like all the different things, avenues to make money, enjoy your life, private jets, whatever you want. Are you willing to just suck for just 6 months, a year? I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. Right. Maybe it's 2 months because you find out you're uniquely talented and you pick it up quick. For me, it was like a year and a half, bro. It kind of took a while.
Okay.
Everybody's going to be different. But if you're not willing to go through that valley, dude, don't even talk about anything else.
Yeah.
Because that's your cost of entry. So that's step number one is like, okay, I'm going to start doing this. I started to get benefits even when I sucked. So that was kind of cool. Got me through.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell someone to go to the gym every day and they're like, bro, where's my six pack? And there's nothing. And you're like, dang, bro, this sucks. So like I was starting to be like, oh, hey, I liked your video. I shared your video. Oh, hey, I would love to refer you somebody because I saw your content. Like that's when I was like, oh, okay, I'm onto something.
Okay.
Imagine if I got good. So then when I got good at it and I started to really connect the dots, my business really, really took off. So then I started doing really well. But then what happened was people in the industry started asking me, hey, can you help me with my stuff? How'd you do this? So then I just stumbled into helping people in the industry do what I'm doing.
Wow.
And there's a quote from Zig Ziglar or one of these guys that says, the best way to get rich is to help other people get rich. Right. And so I was already doing that with my clients, my business partners, but now I could help people in my industry. So I didn't set out to start a business, helping, coaching, doing all these things, but it just kind of stumbled in. So I started doing it as a passion project. I take on a few clients for free to start.
Okay.
Make sure I can help people actually get a result. I think there's a lot of people who start coaching. They don't even know, like it's like working out with a guy who's out of shape.
Yeah.
You know, nobody wants that anymore. Like you need to actually be proven. Like, can you help somebody?
Yeah.
So like if you were to start a program on how to create a 7-figure podcast, like it'd be like, bro, you're lying. Where's your podcast?
Yeah.
Like, but you can eventually.
Right.
So your goal would be to get success first, then start helping people for free, and get good at it.
Okay.
Because just because you know something doesn't mean you can teach it. And I remember realizing like, I'm trying to teach this and nobody's getting anything because I wasn't good teaching. So then I had to become a better teacher and do all these things, hire a coach, all these kinds of things. And I started speaking more. And then after that, I said, okay, I'm going to sell something. Like I'm going to sell a program, an offer. And I sold like a workshop. 2-day workshop was my first offer to my industry. Okay. And that took off. And then I started a coaching community and events and a mastermind inner circle. Like these types of things came later.
Yeah.
But that turned into a multi-7-figure business. But it started off for free, just for fun as a passion project.
Yeah. And it grew from your original 9 to 5.
Yes.
And you just learned how to do it and you got good at it.
Yeah. It's like if you want to get out of 9 to 5, which I did.
Yeah.
My 9 to 5, the way out of my 9 to 5 was it was 6 to midnight or 7 to midnight. Yeah. So I'd go 9 to 5 at work.
Right.
Then I'd come home, we'd eat dinner, I would do stuff with the kids, and then I'd be like, hey, I need to go work on this stuff. And I would remember some nights I'd start at 7 or 8, and I would stay up till midnight or 1 in the morning working on my personal brand.
Wow.
And so like I remember just talking about this later of like that was in that valley of just learning how to make the content, just filling with videos, trying new ideas, learning how to write better, because that's a big part of my content is writing.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got better, but like that was my toll, it's like I remember I paid the toll with like dark circles under my eyes, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
So like, what is your thing? You got to figure out how to maximize. And I think a lot of people come to us and they're like, hey dude, I want to do this, but I don't have time. Well, what are you doing in your free time?
There it is.
It's what'd you do on Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
Like what about after work? So you can't just quit your job and do this full time. It's not going to pay you.
This is what I do in my free time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is what I do.
So what's your main thing? Like, where do you earn a living?
Yeah, I actually have my own credit restoration company, and then I help small businesses get access to capital. So we help get business funding.
Okay, so you do that business. That's what pays the bills.
Yeah.
This is a passion project. Absolutely. It doesn't make you any money.
None.
In fact, it loses you money because if you were to spend this time doing your business, you would make more.
Yeah.
Right? So think about this. You're doing something that costs you money and time.
Right.
Because you believe in the future of it.
100%.
That's why you're going to be successful.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because people won't humble themselves to do that, and they just want to get rich quick.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're paying to do it with your time, your opportunity cost, all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So I think that's the toll that people have to realize is like, hey, you're going to do this. But I'll tell you a quick story. Like I went to speak in Orlando at an event, and I always have my video guys with me because we make content while we're there. We film the talks. We try and squeeze it for as much as possible.
Absolutely.
And I was there for an hour, spoke. It was great. Then we did some like Q&A pictures of people, and then we had to go because I had to get back for another thing. And so we were there like 90 minutes total. Wow. And the video guy was with me, and he's like, hey dude, how much did they pay you for this? I was like, I think it was 20 grand. And he's like, bro, that was the easiest 20K you ever made.
Right. And
I was thinking to myself, no, it's not. Like you weren't there when I did it for free.
There it is.
You weren't there when I had to pay. Dude, I literally paid $8,000 to sponsor an event so they would give me 10 minutes on stage.
Wow.
Where I could, because I just wanted the rep and the footage. They're like, you could set up your table here and then we'll put you on after lunch, which is the worst slot, by the way. And I was like, okay. I didn't even set up the booth because I had no booth.
Yeah.
I was like, just give me the 10 minutes on stage so we could film it and get the practice.
Yeah.
I don't even think people watched, whatever, cool. But I needed like the reps. And so I remember spending so much time traveling all around for free on my own dime so that one day I would have the opportunity to get paid.
Wow.
And so just think about like the things that have the biggest upside. Now I get like, I don't know, it's not my main source of income, but I definitely get somewhere in the mid 6 figures from speaking.
Yeah.
Which is a thing I was willing to do for free. It's fun.
Absolutely.
And it helps my brand and it brings me clients and it makes us content.
Yeah.
So just think about anybody who's doing this and you're kind of in that valley where you're just getting good and you're doing it for free or it's costing you. Just think about someday you'll be paid for this.
Wow.
Not only that, you'll be heavily paid for it if you stick with it.
Absolutely.
So everything that you're doing for free, just keep going, you know? Those are the things that have the biggest upside.
It's amazing to hear now, right? Because I always have to think about the end destination, the goal. Because when you're starting YouTube, it's like, post 3 videos, get 500 followers, then get 1,000 and 3,000 watch hours, and then 4,000. And then you finally make something, right? But that's not the end goal. And this whole thing started, I really just used it as a magnet generator just so that I can build more trust, so I get more clients into my credit restoration company, my funding company. And then this just grew to, I have amazing conversations. And I was like, I'm going to allow myself to sit down with other entrepreneurs and then shed light on their business and allowing the world to know, hey, there's different ways to get out of the rat race here. So now seeing where this thing could go, it's amazing. I don't know where it is. I'm just going to keep treading like this.
And so I would just like where I could see just connecting dots for you a little bit down the road to be like, hey, you continue doing it.
Yeah.
It grows your business. You figure out ways to help more people. And then eventually other people are going to want to do what you're doing. Yeah. You could help them with that. So you could start a paid community. You could start for free at first, and then you could make it paid if you want to. You could start a workshop. You could start coaching, whatever. But like you just need to get some results first because nothing sells like results.
Got it.
When you have proof, people want to, and they want you to be leading by example. And by the way, you don't have to be 10 steps ahead. Like if you've gone from A to B, you are now qualified to teach someone how to go from A to B.
Okay.
But you have to be at B. Yeah. Like if you're at A.5, wait till you get to B. Yeah. Because what you need to do is like actually have done something and now you can show other people how to do it. But I think people discount themselves and like, oh, nobody's going to be interested in this. Yeah. Well, no, you're the most qualified person to do it because you just did it. Yeah. You have your finger on the pulse. You know how they feel because you were just them. Mm-hmm. You're probably still them in so many areas, right? Yeah. And so that's the best person. Nobody wants to learn from someone who's 10, 20 steps ahead because it doesn't apply. Wow. They get lost in the sauce. So I think there's a huge shift to learning from people who are just like you. So the micro influencers can win. People that have a small niche audience on YouTube, on Instagram can win. Mm-hmm. Like number of followers, subscribers, it doesn't matter as much as it used to. Okay. Why do you say that? Because people follow the content regardless right now. So like say you post a video and it takes off, it may not even be, they may not to your followers. It's all new people. Yeah. And so people don't even hit the follow or subscribe button anymore as often. You have to tell them. Like we were just talking this before the show, like, hey, we have to actually prompt people. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. Because people are watching and they're not subscribed. Yeah. Just having the little Rolodex thing doesn't work anymore. No, you have to actually ask people like, bro, he's putting a lot of work on this. You guys should hit the subscribe, but like let people know that. And then you might catch a dozen people today. That's awesome. That weren't going to hit the button. Absolutely. And I think, like I said earlier, people will want to support you in your goals if you're doing things and you're actually moving in the right direction. I wanted to ask one last thing here. I know I obviously watch your content. I listen to it also, but there's an opportunity now where you can change your hosting site and upload a video as well. So this can be shown on a podcast, but you don't do that with the Neil Home. It's just audio. Is there a reason why you choose not to upload video? Well, we do, but we do it separately. So my videos for every podcast are on my YouTube channel. Right. That's my YouTube strategy is to make the video. Sometimes we shoot video first. Yeah. We're not even thinking of the audio, and then we just put the audio version on the podcast. Yeah, so it's a video first for YouTube, and then we put the audio on a podcast. Now, I noticed that Spotify has a video feature for your podcast. Yeah. And other platforms are doing the same. So we're just now getting into that. Okay. I think that could help at the margin because I noticed some people are on Spotify and they would click the video, not the audio. Yeah. But I've noticed most of these platforms are audio first. Got it. Like if I'm on Spotify, I didn't go to Spotify to watch video.
No, absolutely.
So I think you catch some people, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that most people who want to watch video go to YouTube.
Do you know if that video, like let's say they were to watch it on Spotify, does it count as a view on YouTube?
No,
It's separate.
separate.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it's just a place to catch random people.
Yeah.
So like if you already have the video, we should probably put it up there. We just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah.
But like I don't think it's really going to move the needle for us because what we're really going for is YouTube. Because that's the big engine. That's like the 10,000-pound elephant in the room is YouTube. Like all these other things are trying to catch up to YouTube, but they're totally different. Spotify's for music and listening and podcasts.
Yeah.
Like and so that's a new feature, but it's definitely worth putting it up.
Gotcha.
You know, just to give it a shot.
Neil, I appreciate you, man. I know that you have other engagements to get to, but I'd love to have the opportunity to get you back for a second episode
man.
because I feel
Let us know in the comments if you're interested, if you want us to keep jamming, and then we can do it on another one.
Yeah, ask us. Let us know what you want us to talk about for episode number 2. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
But please let them know where they can find you and reach out to you, man.
Yes, you can catch me on IG at Neil Home. I check all my DMs, so shoot me a DM if you saw this episode and let me know. And then also, we do an event every summer in Las Vegas. It's called the Forward Event. We're just getting ready to launch our next one. You should come, bro. It's going to be in July.
That'd be awesome.
And we have the best entrepreneurs, content creators, marketers, communicators there to help people do the thing you're talking about, which is build your personal brand so that you can just dominate the competition. So that's coming up in July. You can go to forwardevent.com.
Love it. Man, I want to tell you thank you so much.
You're welcome, bro. Thanks for having me.
And if you have an idea or you have a thought or something that you've been envisioning and you're just too scared to take the leap of faith, please, I tell you, go ahead and double down on yourself. If no one else in your family or your best friend circle believes in you, you believe in yourself and you double down on it. I promise you, the best investment you'll ever make is within yourself. And that was today's episode.